digest. me. Exercising my voice. Welcome to my humble abode where I'm gonna sit down. What's up, YouTubers? Just gonna have a bit of a sit down vid for this one because it is a topic that obviously just needs a bit of a chit chat sometimes, and that is bloating. So today is a little bit of a topic that is a little bit on a personal side of things because I'm not a doctor. I don't have all the answers for everyone. I've only got answers for myself, and even that I don't actually have answers for. It's just kind of trial and error and like what sort of goes on with me. So, and that is bloating. So I obviously, you would have seen, I would have put some really terrible footage up before this chit chat about showing you, yeah, it's me bloated. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. That was last night, and I was bloated for, what was it? Maybe 2.5, so like I've been bloated for about 80 hours, I reckon. Just like 2.5 days. So yes, this was an extreme case for me. I do suffer from bloating with certain things that I eat, and I do sort of know what sets me off, and sometimes I don't know what sets me off. But there are certain things that I am 100% certain are going to set me off, and there's things that I do to get rid of it and soothe it and that sort of thing that I'm obviously going to share with you guys. And also, if you guys suffer from bloating, I would love you to post in the comments below what helps you, just because I've got things that I know help me, but in the same sense, sometimes like I would love some advice on what helps you guys so I can give that a go as well. So let's just all share our bloating experiences together. Anyway, there's a few things that I know for certain that set me off, so I'm going to talk to you about those first. And the first thing, this is the number one, like it's inevitable, there's nothing I can do, it's not hit and miss, like it's not, oh, I can have it sometimes and it doesn't, and I can have it other times and it does bloat me. This is like 100%, and that is Brussels sprouts and cauliflower. Those two things. And it's really upsetting because I grew up as a kid like begging my mum for Brussels sprouts for dinner. Like I love Brussels sprouts, and like as a kid I never really had a problem with them, but now if I have Brussels sprouts, I am cooked up. I am done for. I look like I'm 6.5 months pregnant, not even kidding. And it's the same with cauliflower. I'm gone for as well. I'm in a fair bit of pain and my stomach is very, very stretched out. So cauliflower and Brussels sprouts are two things that I just know that it's like it would be a very big mistake if I did eat those things. A few other things that do set me off are things like, I find that frozen vegetables in general set me off. And I'm not sure, obviously I'm not a doctor, but maybe that's because my whole growing up, I grew up with fresh vegetables. My mum is like super like anti frozen veg, and then I moved out and I don't really want to buy fresh vegetables all the time. Like I do eat fresh vegetables, like I have to, or otherwise I'll bloat. But there are times when I do just want some frozen vegetables in the freezer because they last longer, which is one, and two, it's a lot easier to just grab them out of the freezer rather than having to prepare them like fresh vegetables. But I do find that if I have frozen vegetables, it's something that I can have one night for dinner, but if I back it up a second night, like if I have frozen vegetables 2 days in a row, I'm done for. I am bloated. High sodium. So the reason why I've been bloated for so long is because for the day that I started getting bloated, one, for lunch I went to Lord of the Fries and I got these like thick cut fries, and they were so salty. They were absolutely covered in salt. And I also had a burger from there as well, which obviously is very high in sodium. So I had that for lunch. And then for dinner, I didn't have cauliflower or Brussels sprouts, but I did have zucchini pasta. Like I made my own zucchini pasta and I had it with carrots. And I do find that like high fibrous food, like those two things. And not only that, but the zucchini was fresh, which I find fresh vegetables uncooked and things like that will really set me off. So I had that for dinner. Two of my things that set me off, and I had them in the one day, and I lost complete appetite. I'm been so bloated for like a very long time now. It's starting to go down now because I'm treating it, but in the same sense, two of those things in a row, and yes, I have been bloated for like 2.5 days. So I know what set me off. I didn't think about it at the time, but looking back at it, I'm like, yep, yeah, that's a bit of a dumb move, but I did it anyway. Things that I do and the things that I have found that work for me are long black coffees, hot long black coffees, double shot, triple shot, like strong hot coffee, no milk, no sugar. Caffeine is, and coffee is sort of, it produces that laxative effect. I don't think I need to go any further in explaining that, but I like to, if you feel bloated or you feel really like kind of blocked in a sense, then sip on a long black coffee, probably double shot I would suggest, and that generally will help me. Another thing is drinking lots of water. Despite the fact I've been really bloated and it's uncomfortable to not only eat but like drink enough fluid, just really make sure you are drinking lots and lots of water, just out of that flushing it all out of your system. It can feel like you're just adding on to the bloatedness of your stomach, but really make sure you are drinking enough water. And the third thing I do is I like going for going for a walk or doing a light sort of cardio, just to get your body moving, your blood running through your system. I just really feel like deep breathing and going for a walk, generally that's another thing that will really help soothe my belly. And then there's other little things like kombucha and little drinks like that, ginger, putting lemon in hot teas and things like that's really soothing. But generally the three things that I like to stick to is super strong long black coffees, going for light cardio and walks, and drinking lots and lots of water. So they are the three things that I've found really work for me, and they are the foods and certain situations that I've been in that I've found have bloated me. And it's just kind of like the waiting game, waiting for it to go down. This is an extreme case for me, so I would recommend, if you are bloated for longer than you think is normal for yourself, to go and get that checked out, because there could be other reasons behind it. You could have gluten intolerance, lactose intolerance, things like that are probably worth checking up on. So while I am going to just double check, I'm not a doctor, and I'm not saying that this and this is going to work for you, and this and this is the reason why you're bloated. Just speaking by personal experience of things that I found have made me bloated and things that I have found worked for me. Just wanted to share it with you guys. and I would love you guys to share what works for you so I can give it a go. There might be a quicker fix that you guys know about and things like that. But video in a nutshell, bloating 101, and yeah, hope you enjoyed, hope it helps, hope you can help me even, and yeah, I'll see you in the next vid.